Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Explain That Game, the series that showcases a game and most of its features to help you decide if it's worth your time and money. Today we're looking at Qasir Al-Wasat, A Night in Between beta. That was probably pronounced very wrong, but it's set in Syria, which would probably explain the title. It is currently £6.99 on Desura and is being developed by Aduge. I don't know how it's pronounced either, but it's Aduge. The link will be in the description. It is a stealth action game with puzzle elements. Okay, so now onto the story. I'll try explaining the story. I've actually had to write this down because I keep messing it up. Okay, so you, the main character, is a centuries-old invisible creature from a different plane of existence who aspires to have the ability to travel between dimensions. At the start of the game, you're summoned by a sorcerer to carry out 3 assassinations. Your reward for this will be 3 weapons with poison in the hilt, and as your character can metabolise poisons, this is an attractive offer to you. Unfortunately though, if you fail to complete the mission in a night, or if you die, you will be resurrected and become the sorcerer's slave, but you accept the offer because if you are to learn to travel between dimensions anywhere, it's going to be near a powerful sorcerer. Right, okay. Next, while that is the main story, the way it's advanced is quite interesting. It's advanced through conversations and your character's thought. Because your character is so old, obviously he's quite knowledgeable, and you get snippets of this information as you play through the game. Okay, so with all that said, let's move on to the options menu. You navigate the options menu with the arrow keys. There is no mouse support in the game. The whole thing is played via the keyboard. And I couldn't record all of it because while there is an options menu there, which I'll go into now, there was an external options menu as well, which has key bindings, a full set of resolutions, a full screen and windowed mode, and 6 graphic presets ranging from fastest to fantastic. I've obviously got this on fantastic. The in-game options menu just gives you something to help you adjust your monitor correctly, and you can adjust the sound volumes. Okay, right, so let's go back from there, which is escape. This video is going to be a little bit disjointed, and I'm perhaps not going to be as well informed as I normally am because the game auto saves, which makes it hard for me to showcase different elements, but we'll do our best. Okay, so if we just jump into game now, continue. Okay, this is the main character that you can see in front of you. You have 4 directions of movement, well 8 directions of movement, as you can see, and you also have a stealth mode, which makes the screen go a bit funny, a bit kind of a fisheye lens, and makes you quieter when you move, because obviously that's quite noisy and the guards can hear you. I'm currently covered in blood, so this is probably a good cue for the options menu. You can see in the top right hand corner, my visibility is at 25%. Because I killed someone, I got covered in blood, which means that I'm actually easier to spot now. And also, in the menus, there is a map. I quite like the map display. It's clear, tells you where it does, shows you where there's water because you can wash the blood off. And as you can see here in this options menu, it tells you how much poison we've got, which allows us to kill people without getting blood on us, I believe. Shows you how many of the weapons you've got. I currently have none in the top left hand corner of the screen. And it looks like he's planning to add support for the options menu. So if we resume that. Okay, let's just quickly wash this blood off in this water here. Well, obviously this will make us invisible again. Completely invisible again. It does make a lot of noise, so if there's guards around, it's generally not a good idea. Now you might be seeing different icons flashing above my character's head. When that happens, you press spacebar, and you'll see your character's thoughts on whatever he's seeing. So, yeah, and that's another way of advancing the story. Everything you interact with is interacted with A. So, if we go into stealth here, by the way, you can see the little poison icon appear in the top left-hand corner. If I attack now, you can see that my attacks have a little red tinge to them, which means that I'm using poison. See, just normal white, and then a little red tinge. The stealth mechanic sometimes does reveal hidden objects too, like perhaps a hidden door or a hidden lever. And now, because of the way the game works, I think the best way to showcase it would be to show how we might solve a dilemma in game. Oh, here's some guards here, and if I just run past him, you'll see that he notices me, and he just chases me, and tries to kill me. It is one hit death, so I don't really want to let him hit me. So, there we go, we should be able to run past now. And we'll go into this room here, where you'll be able to see some of how the story is showcased. Right, so just sneak up to these guys here. We can see that one of them has a key. The key that door is for is up in the north of that area where I just was. Feel kind of bad eavesdropping on their conversation. No one likes someone who eavesdrops. And at the end of this conversation, the guy on the left will try and run out. And while I think I could just let him open the door, for the sake of showing you another mechanic, I'm going to try and kill him. Which could go very wrong. Okay, here he comes. And here's my character's thoughts on the conversation. What? Oh, no. There we go, luckily the other guy didn't see us. Someone else pick up the key. They did, didn't they? Ah. And we're dead. Okay, so we handled that really badly. Let's just give that another try. No! Luckily they can't follow you across area transitions. I might just slaughter everybody in this room. Really not the best idea, I don't think, but let's do it anyway. Okay, so we poisoned that guy. So our next kill, if I'm right, hold on, let's check our poison count. Yeah, our next kill will get blood on us. Yeah, so we're now easier to spot, but I want this key. Pick it back up. Run, 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 run. Okay, and we should have been able to get away there. No. No. I'm so bad at this game. I think we may have lost them now. Right, yeah. There we are. So now I managed to unlock that door. That is one way to do that. I believe we could have done it in a non-violent way, but I failed pretty miserably. Okay, so I'm now going to cut ahead to a different time when I have one of the weapons from the main characters, because I believe that may give you a new ability. I'm not sure, and before I tell you definitively, I'd like to check for myself. So I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, and we're back. I've just killed one of my targets. As you can see, he's no longer on the map. There we go. Oh, well, he's on the map, but apparently. But, oh well. We've killed him. We've got his spear, as you can see at the top. And what it did is it expanded the amount of poison shots that we can carry, so we can kill more people before we get covered in blood. Which is a useful ability, and I assume all of the weapons after that will do the same. Right, now, I've come to this particular place because this lets me show something that I was talking about earlier, and this is an example of some puzzles that you might get into. So if I go into stealth in this room, you might notice something change. Right, so we've revealed a door up here, which is odd. I actually opened this first time around without even realising it was there. I was just kind of spamming at the wall for some reason. So we go through. And now the puzzle in this area isn't actually completed yet, so there's just a lever for now. But you would have to do something to do with all these alchemical ingredients, and then which would then lead to something through there, I assume. You'd have to pull that lever. But for now, we just pulled that lever, which in turn opened this door, which let us kill this guy. and steal the blade from his weapon. Okay, so I'm now going to cut again to an area with a complete puzzle, so you can see how the creator's mind works, if you like. Okay, and we're back again. In this last part of the video, I'll be demonstrating one of the puzzles and just one of the traps. I have seen in videos later on that there are some pretty hectic avoidance puzzles to do with traps, but this first one now, it's a pretty mellow thing. Now this thing here is a puzzle that we need to do to open a chest. And if you select certain dials and move them, the other ones move in a certain pattern. The idea is to get all of the ones that light up, because if you see, when certain ones are pointing into the middle, certain areas of the circle they'll light up. You have to try and get them all lit up. Now I'm pretty useless at this. And one more. Ah. So which one's lit up currently? Are they both lit up? There we go. I thought so. So it's a bit hard to see sometimes. And then if we see what our reward was, this was just an optional puzzle for people who want the story. So we'll just skip through this pretty quick. Because I want to get on and show you a bit of some trap. Oh, I can move. There we go. I forgot about that. Okay, now I went on a bit of a massacre, so we can just run straight to the other area. It's not very far away. If we go up here, you'll see all the blood splotches on the ground. And the trap's just through here. This particular trap isn't lethal as such, but it's quite likely to get you killed. Now just ahead of us, there are some tiles, which if you tread on them, will activate the traps around them. These particular traps, they're not poison. They've had their poison replaced with red pigment, so if I run over it, you can see that it's effectively making me look like I've been covered in blood. And we'll go on to my meter. See, I'm currently 100% visible. So if I go into the next room now, which I'll do. Yeah, straight away, slaughtered. There's no chance of me hiding. Okay, so this hasn't been the best video I've done. It's quite a hard game to do a video of in my format, but I think I've done the best I can. So if you think I've got anything wrong, please leave feedback, or well, you leave feedback anyway, feedback or corrections. But yeah, this has been Harvey from WhoKnowsGaming. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and or subscribe. If you haven't, then don't. Goodbye.